Try everything. These two words are the key points central to the Seoul Metropolitan Government's startup policies. A large-scale global startup festival under that same banner is held every year. Since starting with the selection and nurturing of 1,000 teams of young prospective entrepreneurs in 2009, Seoul has been implementing full-scale policies to revitalize the startup ecosystem. Over the past decade, the number of startups supported by Seoul has reached 13,402. The sales of startups supported by Seoul have totaled 5.1312 trillion Korean won. And the number of people employed by startups numbered 19,026. According to the Global Startup Ecosystem Report published by Startup Genome in 2022, Seoul is ranked 10th out of 280 cities across the world in relation to startups. And the value of Seoul's startup ecosystem is estimated to be approximately 223 trillion Korean won. An excellent talent pipeline and highly innovation-friendly environment are the reasons why 20 out of 23 unicorn companies in Korea are located in Seoul. Space, finance, and opportunities. Through specific planning and programming, Seoul has provided these three startup essentials. Seoul has created startup clusters throughout the city, including Mapo, Yeouido, Yangjae, and Hongneung, and supported space for growth by housing companies of each industry in these clusters. Seoul also encourages networking among resident companies and consistently provides opportunities for IR and meetings with foreign buyers. Startup clusters in Magok, Guro, Suso, and Yongsan have been added so that currently there are a total of 10 innovation hubs across Seoul. Seoul is concentrating on investments in startups, venture companies, and SMEs, the drivers of the future. In order to support even more startups, the city established the Innovation Growth Fund. Currently, the size of this fund is about 2.9 trillion Korean won. 1.6 trillion Korean won is currently being vested across 804 companies. As its name suggests, the fund is venture/seed capital that is boldly invested in companies experiencing difficulty attracting investments or taking out loans from private venture capitalists or banks. Seoul has also actively provided opportunities to demonstrate the ideas and technologies of startups. By providing essential infrastructure such as roads, medical centers, and subways, Seoul has helped such innovative companies test their prototypes and service performance in technologies, including artificial intelligence, drones, and robots, and verify their business feasibility. In this way, Seoul supports opportunities and costs of demonstration while issuing certificates of demonstration to companies that have successfully completed demonstrations in order to help them expand into domestic and overseas markets. This program is called Testbed Seoul. Overall, the startup ecosystem in Seoul is evolving rather aggressively. Seoul is promoting full-scale open innovation for creating a startup ecosystem led by the private sector. If large and middle market enterprises that require future marketing of leading technologies meet technical startups that require footholds for business expansion, this will lead to creating business opportunities in various forms, such as technology exchanges, collaborations, and joint overseas expansions. For such purposes, Seoul is operating Startup Plus, an online startup support platform, in which large and middle market enterprises, investment support organizations, and startups participate to share technologies and investment-related information and matching their various needs. In addition, Seoul is strengthening customized acceleration for startups' global expansion and scale-ups, and providing foothold spaces for overseas expansion in major markets such as the United States, India, and Vietnam. Recently, Seoul established Seoul Software Academy to solve the problem of discrepancy between professionals and employment by startups. SESOC nurtures practical talents needed by startups, while assisting startups in finding solutions to their manpower shortages. There are simply too many current projects being implemented to explain in more detail here. So let's wrap it up. Find everything you want. The Seoul Metropolitan Government plans to actively support business startups and future growth with the goal of nurturing 40 unicorn companies by 2030 and creating a global startup ecosystem ranked within the top 5 in the world. Meet Seoul, Seoul's solution.